Alright, welcome back to Nails by Sora. I'm Stephanie. Hope you're doing well and enjoying whatever day it is that you are watching this. It is August 3rd right now, and I've been kind of delaying this video. I don't know why, maybe because it's only August and this is going to be my first video of Halloween nail art inspirations. So these are going to be 5 easy Halloween accent nails, and I hope you join me for all of them. But if not, I'm going to put chapter markers for each one so that you can skip ahead to the one that you want to watch. But as I said, I hope you stay for all of them. But yeah, it's early August. I'm like 3 weeks ahead on all of my content, so I figure it's about time to start the Halloween content, and I keep pushing it off because I just don't think I'm ready for Halloween. But let's get into it. So the first one is going to be, actually several of these are going to be patchwork designs. So I'm going to start in with a pumpkin one. I'm shaking my black, and I'm just going to start in with a black background. So the background is actually going to end up being matte to add a little contrast, because the hash marks that we're going to put in, this isn't the one that I thought it was. Hold that thought. This one is reality check, and I need a reality check because this is the wrong color. We need our perfect black. But anyway, as I said, the hash marks that go in to denote the patchwork quilting style, excuse me, are going to be black. So I figure it'll add nice contrast to have shiny black on top of matte black. So I'm going to go ahead and build up the layers slowly so that it cures properly. We're going to put in one thin coat, cure it for 60 to 90 seconds, and then we're going to build it up until it is jet black. All right, so we have our jet black matte nail. I ended up doing 3 coats of perfect black and going in with 1 coat of velvet matte top coat from Glam. I just need to adjust the view a little bit, bring you forward. And now we're going to go in with our colors. So I want to do the pumpkin in 2 shades of orange. We've got Sunstalker and we've got our glow orange gel paint. Now, unfortunately, Madam Glam hasn't continued with all of the colors of their gel paints, so I don't believe that this one is still available. But I'm sure you can find something just as yummy through other brands. I will have to figure out what to do when this is all gone, although I don't use it all that often. Let's find a brush, shall we? Long liner. Let's go with the blue one, which is our medium liner. So pumpkins are pretty easy to draw. We're gonna come down and draw an oval, kind of and you can do it as big or as small as you want. Let's go about halfway up, give it some presence. So you want to kind of go at an angle, as if you're drawing a circle, but it's going off the nail. And then we're going to mirror that on the other side. Then all you have to do is bisect the 2 on each side, and you'll have your pumpkin outline. So you can fill in the ones that you want to be the brighter orange. I'm going to go every other. And since we're doing this on black, we'll probably have to do more than one coat. Okay, go ahead and cure that. And after you cure, you can go in with your darker orange. So I'm going to do 2 coats of each. And then we're going to continue on with the rest of the design for this nail. All right, so we've got our beach ball, pumpkin. It does indeed look like a beach ball, but we're going to make it look more like a patchwork pumpkin. So I'm taking some black and I'm just coating the bristles quite thinly with it. And I'm waiting for the screaming kids outside to stop. We're in the middle of a tropical storm. Why are you screaming outside? Okay, so we're going to trace the lines that we've already created. I just want to make sure that there's no bleeding over from one section to the next. So if there's some color that shouldn't be there, go over it with black. And then go ahead and cure that. And now we're going to go ahead and put in the hash marks. So they are just what they sound like. Just light little lines cross-secting our other black lines. Just like that. Oops. So I had someone ask me in a previous video what brushes I use, and I've now mentioned them several times since, but it bears mentioning again. These are Melody Susie brushes. They come 5 in a pack at varying lengths, and they are the best nail art brushes I've used to date because they are, how do I describe it? Let's get this in the lamp. The bristles are very thin. They are tightly packed. They don't fray, and they help you create very straight, thin lines, and I absolutely love them. So this is the 11 millimeter. They come in varying lengths from 5 to 20 millimeters. And they are color coded for easy picking. So we need the stump of our pumpkin, or else it's not a pumpkin. And the brown probably isn't really going to show up too well. This one's this high roller from Madame Glam. So I'm going to mix it in with some of the orange to brighten it up. Or rather, I'm going to mix some of the brown in with the orange. So we're going to create 3 lines. Coming up from the center, we're going to go at an arc. And then at an angle up towards the right-hand corner. And then we're going to bring it down at a slight arc and fill it in. And once you've got that down, you can go ahead and give it a cure. And now we're going to take our electric green and go in and put a little branch, like a green branch. I'm not really sure what you would call it, but it's like one of those, that little filigree that comes up and turns around on itself, creating like a little loop-de-loop. Just like so. So we're going to give it one final cure, and then we're going to go over the pumpkin with top coat. Now I'm on the fence. I kind of want to make the whole thing matte now since it is patchwork. So let's see. I have to think about it. All right, so we have our first nail completed. I do like it in the matte form. I don't think it would look as I think it gives it a little something extra to have it mattified. I don't really do matte nails on myself for some reason. It just feels like it would be easily scratched off, even though it probably wouldn't. It has that, like, I don't like the feel of it personally, but I think it looks great on other people. So I'm gonna put this aside and we're going to start in on the next one, which is going to be our ghosts and ghouls. Well, really just ghosts, but it's going to be the same idea. We're going to go in with the black, we're going to mattify it, we're just going to be using white this time, so let's get started. Once again, just doing our thin coats of black. I'm going to do 3 coats. Do I have something on there? Or is it it's just a bristle. I'm going to do 3 thin coats and then go in with a matte top coat. All right, so we're going to draw the outline of our ghosts, and they're kind of going to go in a yin-yang format. So you can start off with just drawing half of a circle. And then come down to where you want the point of the ghost, say right about here. And you want to continue that line up to connect. And then you're going to follow that same path, but bring it around. kind of like a paisley shape, if you're familiar with that shape. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to put the point down here and start the circle up here, and I just spat on the nail. Connect it. Well, that didn't quite come out right. All right, let's fix this because I did it in the wrong, I put his head in the wrong spot. His head needs to go down here. I'm going to enlarge this one just a little bit. And then we can go ahead and fill it in. I'm going to use my little baby blender brush. So we've got our ghost. I've gone in and brightened up that white, putting in 2 more coats. And now we have to put in the eyes. So we're going to take a dotting tool and we're just going to do 2 long pulls and then 1 more for the mouth. One, 2, 3. So you can go ahead and give that a cure now, or you can do what I'm going to do and go right in with our hash marks to create the quilted effect again. Just go all the way around. Actually, that looks stupid. It looks good on paper. It doesn't look good on the nail. So I'm going to wipe it and I'm going to redo the eyes and then we're going to cure it. And I knew this was going to happen, that I liked the way the eyes came out better the first time. And now I'm not going to get them the way I want them. So this one is perhaps going to be one of the 2 simpler ones. And it's basically just going to be circles and lines because we're putting in the bones of the finger. So you want 2 dots, followed by 2 dots. I think I started too large, but we're going to go with it for a moment. I'm going to connect them in the center because we're drawing a bone. And then we're going to draw another line down the center. You can soften the indentations, bring them around. I'm going to go ahead and cure this before going on to the next one. Basically, we're going to continue it down until we get to the end. All right, so I did redo it, not because I thought it was too large, but because I realized it wasn't centered. And it did end up coming out a little bit smaller, so that's fine. Just going to continue it on down and try to space them out evenly. All right, y'all, so it's a little off. There's supposed to be another part coming down in a triangle formation. I'm gonna try to squeeze it in here. It's not gonna look right. All right, so it's been a few days. I didn't quite get to finish the nails when I wanted to. I was having a bit of an evening and not liking the way things were going, so I took a break. I decided to redo this nail off camera. Came out a little bit better, though it still feels truncated, probably because the nail is a lot smaller than the reference image, but we're just going to go with it and move on to the next nail, which I'm also starting out with a black matte background, but I want to try to do a black on black with a shiny and matte finish. So the next nail is going to be a spiderweb and spider nail. And there's going to be 2 different spider webs. One on the bottom going back into the distance, and then one coming down in the traditional way. Or at least that's my plan. So I'm using the Crazy Top coat, and I'm going to try to put in the spider web. And I'm going to go in a hexagonal pattern, and I'm going to cure as I go. So we've got our first hexagon. And now I'm going to flash cure it. Just need to flash it for about 10 seconds just so that it doesn't move. And it's going to get a little bit wider as it comes towards the free edge, because that's the foreground and the background is up towards the middle. And that's going to help it give the appearance of it going off into the distance. Had a brief panic attack thinking I hadn't been recording this whole time, but thankfully I had just stopped it without realizing it. Made a mistake here. I wiped some gel as I was working on it, and now I've got this portion that has a bit of the top coat in it. So what I'm going to do before I continue, because I don't want to have to go over the lines. This is a no wipe top coat I'm using, and I don't want to have to go over the lines again. So I'm going to just paint out the background again in matte. So that we have that matte background. Don't think I'm going to have a dividing line, but I'm going to go all the way around it just in case. All right, so now we're going to continue on with our spider web, and we're just going to connect these corners. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the spider now. And he's going to be coming down from the top of the nail. So using a dotting tool, we're going to take a good amount of top coat. Should I make him 3D? Yes. You know what? This video, I believe, aired already, where I did an unboxing of these 2 tie-in gels, 3D gels that I got from, where's my clear? That's white. That I got from Zillabue. I did a Zillabue haul. And these are squeezed tubes of 3D gel. I don't think they cure without a tacky layer, so we'll find out. But I'm going to use it to create the spider. Just going to help that level out a little bit since it doesn't self-level. We're going to go ahead and flash cure that. It does stand up quite tall. I'm just going to flatten that out a little bit again. I'm going to start putting in the rear legs. Just do one curved line going out to the side and then one straight down. Going to do another leg overlapping. This one we're going to angle slightly down. And then the last legs are going to go straight out. And then in. And draw a silk line coming down. That's not straight. I mean, the spider's. So I got a phone call from my sister while I was finishing up the video, and I didn't want to just sit here doing nothing, so I decided to start swatching all of my gel polishes, because when I first got into doing my own nails, I was really focused on dip powder, and all of my dip powders are swatched, but very few of my gel polishers are swatched. And I have a lot of gel polishes. A lot. I haven't counted them. I don't know how many I have, but I have a stupid amount, and most of them are not swatched. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time swatching them. I'm starting with my Après colors, which I have fewer of, and while I have swatched most of them, I'm re-swatching them because I have different swatch sticks now and I'm insane and they all need to match. So doing that, but let's put this aside for a moment so that we can finish up the content for this video. So these are our 5 easy Halloween nail art accent ideas. This one is supposed to be in the theme of a candy corn, but I've got the stitches with the cross stitches to kind of give that feeling of like a doll that's been stitched together. And you might know it from The Nightmare Before Christmas, where Sally and Jack. Wow. Jack have this pattern along their seams because they've been stitched together. And that's basically all. And that's basically this video. So yeah, it took me a few days to get 5 nails done, not because they're complicated, just because I couldn't move myself to actually do them. But now they're done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like them. If you have any comments or questions as to how to create these, if something was confusing, please let me know. Drop a comment down below. I will be doing more Halloween nail art ideas coming up. I'm not exactly sure when, but the videos are coming, so stay tuned. Hit that like and subscribe button and let me know what you think. Ring that bell so that you always know when new videos are available, and I will see you soon. I'm gonna go back to swatching. Bye.